How's it going? I'm Travis, the Weekend Golf Guy, and we have an awesome episode for you this week. I know the PGA Tour isn't playing, but we're here to bring you some awesome golf. I got my buddy Jay, who's going to be playing on his HD golf simulator using the new Flightscope Mevo Plus. We're going to pull him in. Now, you might have seen Jay and I play before. Now, we played, but him and I weren't able to chat. We've improved what we've got going on here, and Jay and I are going to be able to chat. You guys are going to be able to hear and interact with us. You're going to be able to see Jay swing on his simulator, as well as me here. We're playing E6 Connect. We've got quite a cool thing going on. So thanks so much for watching. If you have a comment, leave it in the comment section. We're going to answer it right during the show as we play. If you have a comment about Jay's unbelievably awesome setup, let him know. He'll answer them. I'm going to ask the questions. He'll answer them for you. If you have a question about our setup that you haven't asked before, go ahead and ask, and we'll answer it as well. Any questions about the simulator setup, anything like that, we're happy to share information with you. That's what it's all about in these crazy, scary times right now when you might not even be able to get out and play golf. Hey, we're here to bring you golf entertainment. Thanks so much for watching. Let's get into it. I'm going to set this up here. Here's what you guys are going to see, but I'm going to bring Jay into the call right now. If you just give me 1 second. All right, give me just one moment here. All right, Jay, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man, but I got you flipped around the other way. It looks like I'm looking at
Yeah, I was gonna use. Now can you see me? How about that?
I got you. How's it going, man? Hey, let me get this.
Right.
Let me get a multi-view going up here so that we can share our screens. Let me get this all set up here. First time we're doing this, so this is a little crazy. Here we go. There we go, man. How's it going?
Going all right.
Yeah, everything cool up there in Michigan so far?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we'll see how it's going once I swing a couple clubs, you know.
All right, cool. So Jay, why don't you walk us through your unbelievably awesome setup? That way we can all just be crazy jealous for like the next, I don't know how long, until we see a cooler setup, which I haven't seen yet.
So I figured I'd kind of show you how it enters because it's very unique. We have this 3-story concrete structure, and we didn't know what to do at the bottom. So it's like, this is like outside of it. And then you can see how you walk into it, you know, through like this double door, you know, opening. So when you walk in, that's all the equipment over there. And you can kind of see the screen. I'll kind of give you a full walk around of what's going on here. So directly behind is the swing camera, the reverse swing camera for HD golf. Okay. They have a full, you know, training setup. We have like a body track mat. You know, you have a side camera. Body track is where you stand on the mat. It's a pressure mat, pressure sensitive. And when you do the video recording, you can actually trace, you can see the trace of your weight between your back foot and your front foot. And it does toe, it does left, right, and everything. So as you watch the video of your swing in slow motion, I think the cameras are 300 frames a second. You can look at that weight and how you're balanced and how your, you know, ground forces are. A little above my head, but I've got guys that, you know, can teach me how to use it basically, you know.
So for a guy like me who I don't want to see my swing in really, really slow motion because I would get depressed, is that something that you often use, or do you find that you don't use that feature too much?
We do flip it on. So when I have like a couple of my buddies over that are PGA professionals, we'll throw it on. We'll look at what's going on with each other's swings and learn a thing or two. I mean, flat out. It's so easy to use. That's the one thing I will give HD golf every time. They say it's as easy as using an ATM, and I swear it is. It's so easy.
Awesome.
So I'll keep taking you around here. I've got some lighting I put in, which is kind of nice, you know, just in case you want to, you know, clean or do whatever. This is an interesting one. I've got a Nest camera, which has come in very convenient for the random hole-in-one that you're down here by yourself and no one will believe you. Well, it's on camera. We've got a, I think it's a 5500 or 6000 lumen Sony XUGA, or WUXGA, whatever it is, 16 by 10. Projector that also does 16 by 9, just depending on what you want. And then you've got the actual HD hardware up here with the 2 halogen bulbs. It has a
Okay.
dedicated club camera, a dedicated spin camera, and then you can see all the infrared possibly if I can show it to you or not. And then it has 2 stereo cameras. So if we get back here and I point up in the upper right and then the upper left, you have a stereo camera with infrared. And then it looks like it actually is glowing right now. So you can actually see it. That reads, not only it makes the whole surface active for putting, it also reads your ball speed, your launch angle. It really separates all that data for accuracy. So it's pretty cool. I'll show you.
Now, when you use those infrared, do you need to use anything special on the golf ball?
So yes, actually, it's only for one data point, but they have a reflective strip, which I can probably, if I have a ball sitting around here, show you wherever one is. See if I can find one. There's one right there. Put it under here. You see that reflective strip?
I do.
Looks like we actually damaged this one accidentally hitting it. But so what that does is, and I've been inside the back end of their software, is every time that camera sees a reflection, it sees what direction left and right and how fast forward and back in a window that's only, I don't even know, 2 feet or so in the camera. And that's how they actually measure spin rather than calculate it, which is very impressive. It can read spin without that strip on it, but if you want it every time without it missing it, the most accurate, they say use it. It's so easy to use. It's like, why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So even if you were to use the golf ball without the strip on it, there is a chance that it could miss, even though, I mean, HD Golf is one of the highest end systems on the market.
I just mentioned that in a YouTube video that I did. I told everybody, I said, listen, if you get a missed shot on your launch monitor, I don't care if you're running a $25,000 TrackMan or a couple $100 whatever startup it is. They're going to miss every once in a while, just like your computer might freeze. I mean, it's software, hardware, and everything else. Real quick, that's the body track mat I was talking about, if you can see it. And then you have, all your, what do you call it, interactive sports like baseball, hockey. You've got a giant light with this forward-facing camera, so it lights you up, giving you the full, quality image for the recording. And then over here, you have the whole, setup with the desktop computer, stereo. I have 2 computers because we have this one, which is a Triton 900 by Acer touchscreen for E6 and TGC. And then you have HD Golf touchscreen up here running off that desktop down there. And then just a good old TV for, would be watching, PGA Tour, but obviously not today. And that's kind of it.
Cool. So you're not actually going to be using the HD Golf today. You're going to be using something different. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, and I didn't really stop and go down to that at all, and I should have. So this unit down here, it is the new Flightscope Mevo Plus, which is a radar-based unit. You will see a camera on the front. As I've been told so far, that camera is only for aligning the device. It's not being used for anything else. A lot of people were, making assumptions it could be for putting, but from what I've been told, it's all radar based for, the putting and the shots. So, for $2,000, they give you a base package for E6 that is works on iOS, and then you can upgrade to PC like I've done. And then the beautiful part is if you have an existing simulator, I mean, literally you throw that sucker down on the ground, and I mean, you're ready to go.
So let's talk bare minimum here. So if I were, interested in being able to get some swings in throughout the winter, where I live here in the Northeast, where you live in the northern part of the United States, our season is short. I mean, and it seems like every year at the end of the year, I'm feeling really, really good. And then here comes the snow, right? Here comes the cold weather, or for me, hunting season, which completely stops my golf game. I go hunting. So for the guy looking to throw something up quickly and have a portable unit, you're telling me all they need is the Flightscope Mevo Plus. They need some sort of net to hit it in and an iOS device.
There are already guys out there that are doing it with a really basic setup, and they seem really happy. I mean, you can literally run it off an iPhone. I mean, if you have a 20-foot space That way, you can get 7 feet behind the ball, and I recommend 10 feet of ball flight. They say you can go down to like 8, but I recommend 10. That's what I'm using. It's performing really well. Basically, get a net, get a nice flat surface for a hitting mat, and I mean that's it. You could run it off your iPhone.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. I mean, I think about when I got into simulators, and obviously your setup, that takes a lot of planning. It takes a significant space and a huge amount of capital just to get into it, right? And sometimes that can be challenging. So getting into the Mevo Plus sounds like something that many people watching probably would be pretty interested in. So now you're actually going to be using the Mevo Plus when you and I go and play each other here for our rematch, and we're using E6 Connect. So we're going to be playing each other. You're in Michigan. I'm in upstate New York, and we're able to play each other and connect online to anybody in the world using a variety of different simulators. So as you know, and maybe our viewers know as well, I have a True Golf simulator with True Golf software. So pretty basic. It's a standard package that they sell. I have an older model, but the things that they sell now are very similar to the unit that I have here. So even though I have a True Golf simulator, you're using Mevo Plus, you and I can still connect and play each other pretty much anytime. I think we have. We've played it like 11 o'clock at night, 3 in the afternoon, 10 in the morning. I mean, it's not just you and I, right? There's a whole community of people on Discord who play each other. So how many times do you think you use this a week?
I mean, you make some great points there. I mean, I think that's where everything's going. I mean, you can go play people, you can play friends, you can play whoever. Obviously, the Discord is a great way to, catch games with people. But, I mean, I'm playing a handful of times a week right now. I'm sure I might slow down a little bit, especially with real golf coming up. But,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, a handful of times a week. I mean, you can go play 9 real quick,
Absolutely. Very cool. Well, what do you think? You ready to jump into it?
Ready as I can be. We'll see.
All right, so we gotta
flip this around, and why don't you just tell me real quick how it looks, and if it needs an adjustment, we can just leave it.
That's perfect right there. So let me get my face off the screen and just throw you over there. Yeah, it's perfect. So I'm going to do the setup here in the background, get us going, and why don't you go ahead and get our game built for us, if you don't mind.
I will build the game right now.
You are the man. Okay, so I'm going over to the game settings here, and you can see on Jay's screen, he's setting up the game for us. But I'm going to go into my settings, and I'm just going to walk you guys through a little bit what we're doing. So Jay's got the game going in the background. He's in the settings tab, but I've already logged in. I'm just going to this online feature here. It's giving me a warning that, hey, you need to have a steady internet connection, and if you lose any connectivity at all, the game will freeze. Now, Jay and I have experienced that a couple times, but it really seems to
Real quick, did we say gimme's inside 15 feet?
Inside 15 feet, yes, sir.
Cool.
So another thing, we play gimme's inside 15 feet because if you have ever played simulated golf, it's a challenge. Putting the short game, I think it's more challenging than real golf. That's my opinion.
Okay.
All right. So there we go. The game is created. You guys can see on my screen right there. I'm going to go ahead, click on it, and then join game. And Jay's going to be up first. So I'm going to get him.
Lucky me.
All right, here we go. We got you live. So we do mulligans if there's a misread and 2 off the first tee.
So I picked Glen Wild Golf Club, which I've never played, because it was on those drone previews and looked really cool. And I didn't realize that Whistler and Banff aren't on the 2.0.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
All right. Look, the rule is 2 off the first tee. So if you can't get through it.
All right, I'll take one real quick.
Okay, take 2. Breakfast ball, lunch ball. All right, so if you're watching and you have a comment, leave a comment in the comments section. We're going to answer them as they come in. Questions about the simulator. Wow, that looks really good.
I'm keeping it no matter what because it's good enough for me.
Good ball there.
Thanks.
All right. So now switching over here. See what we can do. Oh, buddy. I'm going to take that 2 off the first tee thing.
Well, hey, it's there, right? Hey,
Yeah,
that ball actually ended up all right.
It
But
just,
yes, take
I
it.
don't know how that worked. I'll play it. I'm not sure how
you
that
don't
ball.
have to play it.
I'm going to. I think I
Okay.
have to.
Dead center of the fairway.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get there. We're uphill a little bit. I'm going to club up one here, 188. Do we have wind on or no wind?
I don't see wind.
Okay.
I usually let it to where it auto selects, so it obviously felt like it was a calm day.
It knew we needed the help.
Yeah, maybe. That's still up in the air. I don't know if Mevo Plus plays an effective wind or not because, there's an API that basically all these manufacturers use to hook up their launch monitor to E6, and supposedly, they can pick those data points, and I guess E6 sends all of the data. I'm sorry, Flightscope Mevo Plus sends all of the data to E6, and I don't think wind actually plays an effect. Sand doesn't penalize you. That's what I've been told so far.
Okay, interesting.
Doesn't mean it's not going to change,
Yeah, definitely. It's still a new product, right?
Exactly. So 160.
That looked good. That looks real good. Look at him. Get out of here. Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
I think that was luck.
I don't know. You say that every time we play, but I've seen you get lucky a whole lot of times. Okay, so nice birdie.
Thank you.
I've got the 68-foot downhill, 2 feet flop shot.
Yeah.
Nothing to it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's not going to get there.
Roll out.
Go.
Get inside.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, we got work to do.
I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the bump and run is easier. And so when you're in the bunker like that, it'll hit and bounce back. So, I mean, it's challenging.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to play it up. Definitely. I play it like a flop shot, just like I would on the course. Open it up, aim left, and let it go.
Yeah.
So 17 feet downhill, 5 inches. Oh, that looks like it's boom.
Look at that.
The putter is hot.
Your putter, man.
Okay, so great hole, good birdie. We're switching over there. You are live.
Right.
Good luck with this one.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't know what I got us into here. 45 feet downhill. We can probably crush some balls on this. We should get some
man.
Nice carry.
Awesome. Good ball. Straight down the middle. Look at that. Great shot. So looks like we have a few more people watching now. If you have a question, go ahead and ask it. We're playing True Golf and Mevo Plus on E6 Connect. If you have a question about simulators, we'd be happy to answer. So swapping back over live. All right. Got to do something different than that last drive, Jay, because that was pitiful for me. All right. Oh, buddy. Yankee Doodle.
Oh, boy. Hit the carpet. Okay, I was going to say it could have been a 350-yard drive.
Whew. I'm swinging like Ricky Fowler, and that's not a good thing right now.
Well, in certain situations. I answered one guy's question. He wanted to know if we were both playing on or with the Mevo Plus or not. And I told him, you're on True Golf, right? I don't know the specific name, but.
Oh, good. Thanks, Victor. Yeah, are you guys playing on Mevo Plus? One playing Mevo Plus. I'm playing True Golf. There's Jay's answer. Thanks, Jay, for taking care of that.
Oh, there it is. Thin to win. Let's do it. Thin to win.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Back birdies.
Now that you can say is lucky because I lifted up a little bit and hit it thin.
I don't know what you're drinking over there, but I need to get me some. Great shot. Great birdie again. The pressure is on. I got to stick this within 15 feet. I got 149. Whew. I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous for this shot. You're playing out of your mind here. Got a little nervousness going. Downhill 4 inches, so I'm going to adjust my swing for that. 149. Here we go. Little fader.
Get in there.
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be just outside, but we got to lean on the putter here.
What is the name of your True Golf system? It's called something. I didn't know.
So it's a True Golf Newport is the model that I have, but the newest comparable one would be the Vista series.
There you go. Okay.
Yep. So it's the Vista series True Golf, and I have a True Track 2 with a fiber built mat. That's what I'm hitting on. It's more realistic to turf. It's not like a driving range hitting mat. 35 feet downhill, 1 foot. I felt pretty good. Little left, close the club face, but I'll take the par.
I was gonna say that was great.
Thank you. Great birdie, man.
Thank you. Thin to win. Thin to win.
Thin to win. That is the thing. All right, you still got honors.
Oh, 256. I mean, the elevation's pretty cool on this course. 63 feet downhill, but it's a long par 5.
Yes, it is.
100 yards. Wow.
Hey, Victor, you're welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate the question. All right, so we're going to do a little poll here.
Toe again. Hold on, ball. Wow.
All right, that won't hurt you at all.
No, it was a little off the toe, and I got the distance to carry that. I got lucky.
All right, I'm just creating a poll here. Go ahead and take the poll. This is who will win, Jay or Travis? Let's see what you guys have to say. So far, Jay is 2 shots ahead going into the 3rd hole, so I'm getting demolished.
Oh, come on.
Here we go. Little redemption here, par 5. So I almost came out of my shoes on that, Jay.
Classic fade. Look at this. He's going to carry it 320. I mean, it's not. Your drive usually isn't a fade either. It's a power fade. You know.
That is true.
36 carry because of the 65 feet downhill.
That's it.
Holy crap! That's going to give you a nice second shot. I can't even. All I have is a 3 hybrid that I trust. I can't even get this there.
You can get it there.
Well, I do have 24 feet downhill. That's nice.
Oh man, that looks good.
Oh, it's bleeding.
Stay out of there. Okay, it did. That's good. Michael, what course is it? Which course are we playing? Glen Wild Golf Club, Michael.
Yeah, Glen Wild Golf Club. If it wasn't for that drone preview playing, I would have not. I mean, never selected. That's what's funny.
Yeah. 207, pin in the front. What would you hit here, Jay?
Myself, I with the 14 feet downhill, I could get a 5-iron there.
That's what I'm hitting right now. I'm channeling my inner Jay.
Oh, look at this. Get
It might be
down,
deep.
ball. Get
Bye-bye.
down.
Bye-bye.
Wow. You think 14 feet? You just pure that one or what?
I did, but I don't think it's flying 238.
Wow.
That's a
I
little much.
mean, 14 feet downhill, I would have figured, you gain 5 to 10 yards somewhere in that range, I would think, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, so I wonder, are we playing at altitude?
Oh, that's a great question. There's mountains.
Yeah.
But my other clubs have been pretty close.
Have they?
But Mevo Plus sends the data E6. E6 doesn't decide. I wonder if True Golf decides or not.
That's a good point.
I need to ask him that just to make sure. I would think when you're playing each other it's the same, but... Don't be too much. It's way too much.
Oh, see? I wonder where is this course at?
I don't know, but I mean that was mostly my fault. I smoked that ball. I hit it perfect, and it just this is a 100 and 105 yard club, and I probably hit it 80% on accident.
Okay. That's a tough shot because who actually practices those? I mean, sometimes I go out and hit 50-yard shots, but over a bunker into a pin short-sided, I don't practice that. I don't know about you, but
no,
I do not.
That's why you have to play more and not be at the range more, because you put yourself in those positions. Nice ball.
Thank you. All right, so we got it back there, and may get one birdie this 18.
Well done.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead and chip this one in.
Oh, see how it's running to the right? That's not going to be easy.
Definitely not.
Wow.
Oh, man. That's tough. That ball just stopped.
There goes those birdies.
Look, you can still make this. You're not out of it yet, my friend.
52 feet.
You got this.
This is kind of how my game goes out in real golf. I have some great holes, and then there's this. So 6 inches downhill.
Oh, that looks good. Turn. Oh, my gosh.
Why is it still going?
It looks like maybe the second half. You're welcome to another one if you want. Go ahead and hit a mulligan. That was hard to see. If you want to grab a mulligan,
no, it's okay. It took off after that hump really fast.
Yeah, it did. It looked like, it's funny, E6 does this where it says it's, it'll be like 2 feet downhill, but the 2 feet is right away and it's flat the rest of the time.
Different undulation throughout the putt.
Yeah.
Because it can't tell you, it's not going to tell you, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Get in. Oh! Put a backboard on.
I wanted to get it there, so I hit it a little hard,
Great putt. See, you're not out of it. I think, okay, just a bogey. That's not bad. Not bad.
Give me 1 second.
Yes, sir. 217. So judging on the, now this is slightly uphill, but based on the last hole, I think I got a club down because we must be at altitude. I don't know where Glen Wild Golf Club is, but let's see how this ends up.
I am back. We have a par 3 here. Look at this.
Oh, that thing's going, man. I'm telling you, this is elevation.
Yeah.
We're at elevation. There's no way. I mean,
so
I can hit it.
There is. Can you Google that really quick?
Yeah, I'm going to Google it right now.
Yeah.
It's worth a Google.
Yep. So I'm going to basically hit like a light 5-iron then.
Oh, you know what? Utah.
Utah.
It's a club and a half difference.
Whoa.
in Utah. So I went out last year. I went to Utah. We did 36 holes, or excuse me. I didn't want to interrupt your swing there. So we did 36 holes, 2 golf courses. Look at this. Oh man, look at that bounce and run out.
But see, I hit a 5, and I thought that with the uphill, it wouldn't go that far. But you're right; it's giving us both altitude distance.
Yes, definitely.
I should have hit a 6.
I hit a 6, and it was a little long. I think it's definitely 6 or 7.
Yeah, that was a soft 5.
Yep. So when I was in Utah, I was blown away at how far the ball traveled. So I know people, the first thing you want to say is like, I don't think that that's accurate, right? We always blame the simulator.
Right.
But I'm telling you, it's a club and a half at a minimum.
Get inside there.
All right. I'll take a par on the par 3s.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
That's all I want. I have a 42-footer.
You can make it.
We probably should tell everybody, that's watching that the Mevo Plus is great. It is. I like just being launched. I'm on beta firmware that no one has. I was lucky enough to team up with the guys in South Africa. They're letting me test it out. So the putting's pretty good. They're still fine-tuning it, though.
Okay.
They didn't realize that with all the different environments and turf and everything, that they were going to have to adjust things, which makes total sense. They built it on a spec that they had,
Right. So as you putt here, I'm going to answer Victor's question. He said it read as a wedge. So it's interesting you bring that up. Get in there. Get in there.
Oh.
Great putt, man. Good par.
Did it really go around the back edge like that?
Yeah, look at that little loop. So Victor said it read like a wedge. Now, I don't know if he was talking about on mine or on his, but that happens sometimes on the software. It'll show an iron when you hit a driver, or it'll show a driver when you hit a chip shot.
Oh, that's very common, the AutoCaddy.
Yep.
So I actually put in a request to True Golf or E6, whatever you want to say, and I told them that you should be able to go into your profile, pick a bag. That way there's not clubs in there that you don't use, like I don't use a 5-wood or anything. And then you should be able to pick your ranges, and that way the AutoCaddy is going to be for you, and I think it'd be pretty easy. So hopefully they do that.
For sure.
Oh, man, there's my miss. Low and left. Oh, boy.
All right. It doesn't look like it's going to hurt you here.
No, I'll be all right.
Looks pretty open.
All arms.
All right, here we go. So I think I can carry those bunkers. I'm going to try.
Yeah, I mean, at that elevation, shows you how bad my shot was.
I stayed away from it.
Look at this.
It'll be all right.
It's because you can't get away from that fade.
I know. And it's funny because I only used to hit a draw. So
Look
this
at
is
that. 300 yards. See, I don't think I'm getting that type of distance because I usually my drives are 255 to 270. I know that's kind of a range, but it's true. That's what they are. And I don't think. Well, I guess I don't know if that was downhill or not. I didn't really pay attention.
I didn't either.
So this is 23 feet uphill. The question is do I still hit a 7?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so because there's no trouble in front of the green. So
that's a good
point. If there were a bunker there, I would say differently.
Thanks for the advice.
Absolutely. Now, of course, if you get a birdie, I get half a point.
Yeah, I took off right on that. But see, that uphill really penalized me there, though. Man, definitely. We have elevation on top of elevation. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right, here we go. 79 yards. This is a 60-degree wedge and probably maybe a half wedge here.
So you call this calculated golf, right? Where's that spin back? Spin.
Oh, a little too much. A little too much. Yep. Okay. Go ahead and chip this one in, man.
So the other nice thing that I'm sure will be an enhancement someday is an ability to kind of hit a quick key and go up, take you up to the hole and see what, it really looks like. I can see those lines are kind of going left. Oh,
get in. Great chip. All right, next question from Victor is, are you playing with environment penalty on? So walk them through this, Jay, as I'm putting this putt. Walk them through how it works.
Yeah, so there is the ability to turn environmental penalties off in the settings, which I did not look at while I was setting it up, just because we usually use whatever is defaulted in there. But like I said, the most interesting part was that on my launch monitor, from what I was told by a few people, and I have to verify with Flightscope, is that it is taking all of the data and telling E6 what to do. I don't know if E6 is then, using its environment, whether it's altitude on the course or whether it's the elevation you're hitting up to on a hole or not. I mean, those are definitely things that I really need to get answers to.
Yeah, it'd be good to know. So I think that for his answer, we're playing without any penalties on. So if we hit in the rough, it'd be much like the fairway. However, if you're in a bunker, any of the structures that move vertically, they do impact your shot.
So you're talking the actual, ball lie penalties.
Correct.
Gotcha. My bad. Went over my head there.
No, this is a good answer. That is a bomb.
This could be
get over. Get a good kick.
But
all right, great shot, man.
263 though. That's my normal drive.
That's great.
But look, I'm not. What I'm saying is I'm not carrying it further.
Right.
So I don't know if elevation of the course is playing it. Well, it was 18 feet uphill though, so let's see how you do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I typically smash my driver. So
and that's true. You drive the ball farther than I do. Period. Yeah.
I do hit my driver pretty far, but also I'm not going to have a back in 2 years, so it'll be totally gone.
It's all right. We'll just text Tiger Woods and ask him about Fusion.
Like that was ripped.
Wow. I mean, you got 2 clubs on me.
And I think I'm still losing.
301. So if you were just to crush your driver like you did right there, what would it carry at, flat altitude?
Probably 290, 295.
Okay, so that was a little uphill. All right, so who knows? I don't know. And you tell me, does it feel like the altitude's playing an effect or not?
It does feel like altitude is having an impact on the ball flight. So when I was in Utah, there were a few holes that were like 310, 320 yards, and I was able to get there with a bounce. So
when I played the Broadmoor in Colorado, I didn't notice a huge difference. A little bit, but not
okay.
I hit it fat.
Now, where's the Broadmoor at in relevation or in comparison to the mountain?
It's in Colorado Springs, and it's right off the mountain. You literally go up some of the mountain on one of the courses. Now, I will tell you this: the putting, you were either a club member and you knew all the breaks and how the ball rolled, or you saw the ball do things you've never seen it do.
Yeah,
it was tough.
The pull of the mountains, man.
It was wild.
All right, 157. I'm gonna aim just a touch left, try and hit a little baby fader. Oh, I pulled it. Pulled it.
You'll be all right. Look at this.
Yeah, got a good
roll
kick.
on. It's going to roll on.
It might. Course knowledge. Look at that.
Does your ball stutter just a little bit?
On the screen, you mean?
Yeah.
It seems pretty smooth, but I've noticed that a few times.
A
That
few
it will do
times.
that.
Oh, it doesn't happen that often. I don't think it has anything to do with our graphic card. I think it's, it could just be an update coming or something. Who knows? But yeah, every once in a while.
That looks good.
Gotta go though. Gotta get there. Whoa. No.
Oh yeah, you're coming back. Look at
I
this.
was gonna say. Whoa.
Stay on the green. Oh.
Whoa.
So I'm actually noticing the stuttering now, but I haven't seen it on any other hole.
It's random. It pops up randomly, and I definitely don't think, like I said, you and I are seeing the same ball stutter.
Yep.
So I think it's an internal programming thing that, every once in a while on certain greens or courses, whatever, it can probably be fixed.
Right. Now E6 Connect is actually relatively new, right? So that's another
very, very new, yeah.
That's crushed. That's got to hit the hole or it needs a back.
The hole. You got to be kidding me. Good putt.
Lucky. Thank you.
Jeez.
Man, I felt like I crushed that.
Holy moly.
So Victor brings up a good point that in the TrueTrack 2, in the screen, you are able to change the distance from the ball to the screen setting, which impacts your distance. Now, I went through in...
which you're able to do here as well.
Really?
Yeah, but I think those settings are important for all the rest of your clubs and everything. It's not just for putting.
Correct.
Yeah, that was way too hard. Get in.
Boom! Man, the putting is, after your beta upgrade, is so much better.
But you notice how I hit that too hard, though? I mean, I just hit that too hard. It was 1 inch uphill, and I treated it like a foot.
But, I mean, it read really well. And that's
so what, you're 2 under now, and I'm even, and you were complaining early on? Was that it?
Look, it's going to go back and forth. This is how things work. This is how things work. All right, here we go. This is, I like this setup here. Looks nice.
I'm sure for your power fade.
Oh, power draw.
Come on. That is not like you at all.
There it is. Get over the car path. Perfect.
That's a pretty house.
Yeah. That's a fair point. In the other, now you played TGC, right?
I just got it. So
okay, how was the graphics in comparison to E6 Connect?
I'll be honest, on the courses I've played so far, it's pretty impressive.
Really?
The sand is very impressive. The grass seems to have an edge, but here's what you got to understand. This E6 Connect's new, and supposedly there's another massive update coming in the next couple weeks or whatever. I guess 3D grass is already in the works. They're working on a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna pick one yet. I'm gonna, see how they both evolve here in the next 3 months.
Okay.
I'm also not going to necessarily pick anything. The reason I bought the Mevo is a whole different,
Good point. Yeah, why pick one over the other? I mean, you can play them both. And that's another great thing about Mevo Plus, where on True Golf, I actually don't get the option to play TGC.
Right.
It's the Mevo Plus, though, for 2K, and the link is in the description here. If you guys want the best price, no taxes, free shipping, lowest price, click that bit.ly link down there, and you have access to a amazing launch monitor.
Oh,
that you can play TGC, which is the golf club.
Get a kick.
Oh, you'll be able to flop that up in the hole probably with your short game.
I get behind the ball, and you know how it does. It opens the club up, and that was.
Yep.
I was over focused there.
All right, from the cart path, 260. Oh, we got a par 5.
Yeah, they've got some cool modern mountain houses out there. I like it.
They do. So are all the houses in some of the other software like HD Golf? Tell us a little bit of difference about the graphics. I mean, I've noticed with E6 Connect, the houses look amazing, and it's not all the same, right? Whereas in like OptiShot or any of these other courses, or SkyTrack for that matter, everything kind of looks one-dimensional. But with E6 Connect, it's a little more dynamic. The trees look a little better. The grass looks a little better. The houses are all different.
Yeah.
They're very realistic to the area or region that you're playing. Is it the same way with TGC?
So from what I've seen so far, TGC has a decent selection to not make it look cookie cutter, but I've been told to pay attention and that I will notice that there are only so many trees and only so many types of houses, and I haven't played it enough to see that yet. I'm very spoiled with HD. I mean, they're the real picture. I mean, it's like crystal clear. It's the actual, and would they even update them? So they had Pebble Beach from like 10 years ago. Last year they went out and reshot Pebble Beach. So little changes are actually there. I mean, and they're using real drone photography now. So, or not photography, video. So when you do a flyover on HD Golf, it's literally a drone at the course flying over, and then you play the pictures from the same day. So I mean, it's wild. It really is. It just doesn't have the 3D capability of showing you, the actual, like, you may get distorted. Like a shot may not look like the green, is right there. Even though it plays perfect. It plays right on. The perception is just a little different. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Oh, I caught a little fat.
Get over the sand. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Perfect. All right, perfect. So here's our next question. It says TGZ. Oh, sorry, I went to the wrong one. It said, Jay, you're not getting max in launch angle, ball speed, club speed. All of them say 0. So that is another good observation. Now, he's talking about on E6 Connect.
Yeah, so I will answer that while you shoot, if you don't mind me talking while you're swinging. So once again, the API that's used to pull the data into E6 from the launch monitors, when I play, I can see Travis's data. When I play with someone that is on a SkyTrack, I can't. But when I play with someone that's on another one, I can. And so will they all display everyone's data eventually? I think so. But as of right now, the Mevo Plus does not show the data to the other people. So you guys can see it on the live feed, but from Travis's end, you can't see it.
Now, when we look at your screen, when I swap over live, Victor, if you look at his shots, you'll actually see the club head data on the screen, on his screen there.
Bingo. And you'll also notice that the club path and the face angle is not displayed, because even though the data points are there and they could estimate it, they don't want to mislead anybody. It does not read those. It reads all the other data points, but it doesn't give you that data.
Right. Oh man, that looks perfect. Get in the hole. Get down. In the hole. Oh my gosh. Great shot. What'd you hit there?
Very light 7.
Man, that is what I want to hit too. That was freaking sweet. And you're back to 1 under, by the way. Was that within it? Oh yeah, it was.
I think that's
you're back to 2 under.
Yeah, 2 under, because I birdied the last hole, so it's starting to be a golf game.
Good hole, man. I'm feeling the pressure again.
I appreciate it.
All right, here we go. So I think it's fair to say as well, people always ask, how much better do you shoot on a golf simulator than you do in real life? So what do you find that answer is?
Well, I'm going to be blunt and honest, because I just got back into golf a couple of years ago after growing up, around it every day. I'm 11 point something handicap, I want to say, or a 12 handicap.
Okay.
And the facts is that, real life gets you in trouble a little more, I think, especially in my life of playing real golf. Putting is my nemesis. I can three putt more than people could believe, I guess. That's probably, okay. If I could just get my putting in line, maybe a little bit of short game. It's not like my drives are always going out of bounds or anything. So this year is my year to shoot in the 80s.
And I had a misread there. I apologize.
Yeah, that had to be, right?
Yeah, it was. I hit up in the screen, but the enclosure, uh-oh. There we go, mulligan.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, I also did this for fun. You'll appreciate this. Here we go. I did, where did I put it? Here's our Jay and Travis's mulligan tracker. So we're each
nice. At one. That's awesome.
There we go. So here's my mulligan here.
That is awesome. Yeah, so I mean, I'm better on a sim, period.
Wow, that misread as well. I think I need to hit into the screen. So you're better on a simulator.
Yeah, I mean, and it's probably because most of the time, I mean, even if I were to play with gimmies off, I think that it's enough forgiveness because I'm putting on a flat surface. You know what I'm saying? That the putting alone shaves some strokes off for me. So what do you do? You chipped there and then it read okay?
Yeah, I chipped all of them, but I was just hitting in a weird spot in my enclosure it didn't like.
Oh, those other ones were chips. Interesting. Okay, it looked
like all of them were
whacked a putt or something.
No, all of those were chips. 29 feet downhill, 9 inches. That's got to get in. Otherwise, I'm going to have the dreaded bogue. Oh. And I have the dreaded bogue, man. I lost it. I lost the stroke.
That was so close. That was a good putt.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? Because I brought it up, I have to add my stroke up there. I've got
to the tracker?
To the tracker. Mulligan tracker.
That's hilarious.
Going back over.
Where is the tracker? Because I'm looking at the live stream on my Facebook here. Where am I going to see that?
You're going to see it pop up in the bottom left-hand corner.
There it is. There it is. That's great. The mulligan tracker.
The mulligan tracker.
That's a riot.
All right, man. No more funny guy stuff here. I'm going after you now, bro. We're freaking tied.
Almost at the halfway house here.
I call it the refill station.
There you go. It's really funny. I really like SiriusXM PGA Radio.
Yeah.
There's just some, I miss Hank Haney. I know that he's a little unfiltered, but man, he's a knowledgeable, awesome guy. It stinks he's not on there anymore, but there's still a lot of great guys. One of them was having a conversation the other day about, I don't know what it was, the favorite things about golf or whatever. And somebody brought up hot dogs at the halfway house. And isn't it, I mean, I know it is at our club and on many courses, like it's just hilarious how it's like the same everywhere. Is it the same at your course?
Definitely. So growing up, I grew up in Michigan and it was $75 for a junior round and $125 at a different course. So I grew up, my dad would go to work. He would leave me with $2, one for a hot dog, one for a drink, and the rest he told me to get water or bring a snack. And that's what I had every single day for lunch. Now, okay, I don't know.
At first, I thought you said $75. I was like, what?
So for a year of golf, it's $75.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? Now, I don't know what they do. The owner is actually friends with me on Facebook. Maybe he'll see this and comment how much he charges now. He took it over from his parents, but it was $75, all you could play.
Wow, almost 20 feet uphill. I don't know if I can get my 8-iron there. This will be interesting. I'm going to do it. I crushed that thing.
Oh, that looks really good.
I mean, I hit it as hard as I could.
Well, yeah, it paid off. Well, I don't feel like playing anymore, Jay. It's been really good playing with you. All right, our next question. Victor, what's your guys' handicap? Now, you said 11, Jay?
Well, I think it might be 12 because, they round up or something. I mean, I don't know. Look me up on Gin. I'm not scared. And it's true. I mean, play with me. I just make stupid mistakes. I should be in the single digits. I'm not yet.
So I was a 2.5 for a long time,
Wow.
and then I changed my swing around, and I'm probably closer to an 8 now. But
Which that's funny because you've always said we play similar, and I think I'm very capable this year of getting down to an 8 or 9.
I agree.
I mean, heck, I just started golfing again like 2 years ago.
Right. Boy, that felt really nice. I know it's kind of going off direction, but
Yeah.
and it's short. Yikes! All right.
Damn it.
Was
I'm the
you-
guy that reports every round inside Gin as long as I got someone playing with me because I like it. I like seeing how you're performing. You get to look at all your scores real easily. I know a lot of guys aren't reporting them, trying to keep their handicap up and stuff,
Yeah.
which I think's ridiculous. But
Yeah, it is.
it surprises me that even happens. But get in there. There you go. One putt.
One putt it. So I think I got away with the par, but
Yep.
okay. So you bring up a really good point that I've never talked about on here, and you are, I think, now taking the lead, right? You took it over at 3 under.
Yeah.
So when you play, I don't know what Flightscope's back end looks like, what their interface is after the round, but I do know what E6 Connect looks like, and you're actually able to go in and see some of your statistical data about when you play rounds.
That's right. And yeah, it does. E6, I have a portal, and it tells me my average drive and everything. Here's the only reason. This is why I brought this up to E6, though. They need to get that auto caddy aligned because look, it has me on why am I on a 6 iron right now? Because it has me pointed towards that part of the fairway for some reason. I mean, like where did 6 iron come from? I'm hitting driver.
Right. Right.
So the auto caddy clearly needs work. And so the problem is the data, if you're not selecting your club, I think is off, right?
Right.
They can fix that, though. I have total faith that they'll fix that.
Yep. So an interesting point is that on yours, you have to select a club selection, or you can. On True Golf, E6 Connect playing on a True Golf simulator, that won't hurt you there. You do not select a club.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so here's the deal. I talked to the guys from South Africa, and I believe it was them I was talking to. I've talked to so many people in the past month or so.
And the guys from South Africa, by that you mean Flightscope?
Yes, the developers, yeah. And by selecting the club, even though it'll read everything just fine,
Right.
it sounds like it doesn't really matter. It narrows the window that the radar is looking for, the speed and everything. So I mean, everybody knows how that works. That's why, computing and everything, has gotten so much powerful, over the, oh my gosh, you are not going to hit the green. You are a madman.
Monster.
You're a madman. Unbelievable. That was a great shot.
Wait till it comes through on your screen, but there goes the old tee. Gone. Ripped to shreds.
Yep. So we should be pretty good. So sorry about that. I think I accidentally hit that I closed this out. So let me see. I'm just connecting my cameras back up real quick. It should not take too long here. Oh man. Yeah, you were beating me, so I had to give up.
You're like, watch this. I'll crush that.
That's right. It's funny because now it's not wanting me to connect here. So let me do just something.
I'm staring at broadcast starting soon.
Perfect.
There's 7 people on the broadcast.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your patience. I'm just getting set up here. Here we go. I got to connect all my cameras back up. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it'll work. It's working. So hello, thanks. We're getting going just real quick again. I have to set up cameras. I stupidly pressed the wrong button. Shh, don't tell Jay. It's because he's actually beating me. I don't want to get beat on my own Facebook page. All right, so here we go. I'm just connecting cameras up. We'll be right back with you playing live golf. We're on hole number 10 of Glen Wild, which is in Utah. If you didn't know, we didn't know when we started. So, you still with me, Jay?
I am.
Awesome. Just getting everything dialed back in here. I got a couple things to close and reopen. That's what happens when you fat finger something on the computer.
It happens.
It does happen.
You know, that makes live, you know?
That's true, no doubt. That is a good way to look at it.
It was a really big live show in the automotive industry, and he's had it all happen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And, you know, that's everybody's on. They actually have like a little blooper, you know, video they did because, you know, everybody just, you know, it's part of being live.
All right, so here we go. So I've got you live. Go ahead and show us the way. I've got to put back up. It deleted all kinds of stuff here. I'm not used to seeing this happen.
Well, I'm patient. I'm sure everybody else is, so.
Sweet, man. Appreciate it. Let me get you going here. There you are. I got your shot. Looks really good.
I left it short.
Oh, no, I froze you. That wasn't very nice of me. I froze.
A birdie there? What did it do?
No, I waved over the sensor board.
I'm just kidding. 20 feet downhill.
Into the refresh it, Jay, and I'll hit, it's only 2:15, I've got my driver out. Rejoin the room, and I will be hitting this.
It Did that help or no?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. I'll pull you up. Back on and off here. I think our audio's back. Can't see ya.
That's not a bad thing. They can hear us too?
They can hear us. They'll be able to see your shots. They can see me, but they won't. I can't pull your camera in for some reason. It's just not allowing me to.
Yeah, so just leave yours up. That's fine.
Okay, so we're playing here. I'll be on the camera. I was actually kind of happy that we were alternating camera. It gave me a chance to go check the computer and do all those fun things. So how's the broadcast look on Facebook? Y'all let me know. I see Victor's last comment was, "It's back. Are we still live?"
Yeah, I'm watching you pull a club, and you're in the bunker. We're good.
Awesome.
Oh, that might still give you a 1-putt.
It might. If I'm within the 15 there, we should be okay. Yeah, perfect. I'll take a par, man. The par threes eat me up.
I mean, these are serious par 3s.
They are really serious. All right, here we go.
I should be able to make this.
I think you should.
I hit it so soft I didn't read it. No,
There it goes. Welcome to a mulligan if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay, good par, good par.
It just took a second.
Yeah, so another interesting point, right, is that with things like SkyTrack takes forever to update. Now, forever is a relative statement because it's probably only about 1 second to 2 seconds. And what I mean by to update, I mean once you hit your club, it takes a minute for it to actually read on the screen. Jay, do you have a similar, do you find that Mevo Plus is like that, or does it seem to be a little better?
Everybody from SkyTrack, that's literally one of the reasons they switched. At least the people I talked to that did switch.
Right.
Because they could not handle that 2+ second delay. And Mevo is almost instantaneous. I will tell you this, on TGC, it's just 1 more second of delay, which is, I can see how annoying it is, and it's not even as long as the SkyTrack delay.
Right.
So,
Good ball.
I can totally see why people are annoyed with that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Now, when you're playing by yourself, it might not be such a problem. But to me, when you're playing, great drive, man. Best of the day.
Thank you.
When you're playing with others, right? That's where I could see that becomes a problem because you're waiting several seconds between shots over 18 holes. That adds up.
Oh, nice one.
Thank you. So I could definitely see where that would become very, very frustrating, and I would see why people would want to switch to Mevo Plus. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the guys I'm playing with right now on Discord that have SkyTrack, they have some pretty wicked misreads and stuff too.
Okay.
You know, supposedly there was an update that got released. I don't know if it's fixing any of that or not. I mean, I would assume they did.
Right.
I've been playing for the past couple weeks. It does weird things. Like a guy got stuck and it only let him hit a couple shots in a row, and then it made him pick up a ball or something. It does some weird stuff.
Wow, that does sound funky. Now, I've seen some funky things as well happen playing SkyTrack users. Not that I dislike SkyTrack. I have nothing against it, but if people are watching and they're looking for the same price but looking for improved performance, to me Mevo is a pretty easy choice. Get some backspin. Little love. Look at him. You are filthy with your wedges. You are filthy with your wedges.
Yeah, I have nothing against SkyTrack. I don't know anything about it, so I'm just telling based on my experience, you know what I'm saying, and feedback from others. The only other thing that people have told me is SkyTrack's pretty distant on support, and so far, even though Flightscope has the brand new unit, concerns or whatever you want to call it, that different people have had different little things, but they're addressing them all. That's been a problem. SkyTrack's a little bit slower, but they're just different companies, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep. Now, Flightscope also has the backing of their higher end stuff, right? They've been in the game.
That's exactly the whole thing, yeah. So, I mean, the radar technology that's in this little $2,000 unit, is very high end.
It's probably relatively comparable to their higher end XI or whatever it is, or X Plus or whatever they have. I don't even know the names of all their other stuff, but I know they start off at like $15,000, right?
Well, that's what everybody's talking about. The X3 is like the one that's $18,000, and people are wondering, well, what's the story with their XI? And they're wondering if this Mevo Plus is as good as their XI.
Right.
I think they're trying not to devalue the XI.
Absolutely.
I mean, you are talking about a company that the guy that owns it started with what was it military missile tracking or something, and that's how he knows everything about. It's pretty crazy.
Well, that's a really good point. I didn't know that, but that is awesome.
Oh, that's left.
Guess what? You're back live, my friend.
I am?
You're back live.
Just in time for a hook.
Yeah, no, see, the thing was when I drive the green, I break a tee, I wanted to lose the live stream. And then I wanted to come back in on one of your bad shots. That way I can go and edit it later and it makes me look like a hero. So that's the kind of nice gesture I have.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I did say no more Mr. Nice Guy, but I actually didn't mean that. Okay, here we go. Boy, that was low.
Get up there.
I almost missed it.
Hey, you still outdrove me.
Well, I don't know if I don't think either one of us hit that well. So
no, when I miss, I'm like all arms and hands, and I just come across the ball. At least I know that's my miss right now.
Right.
20 feet uphill, so I almost have to hit like a soft 7. A lot of in-between clubs so far. I mean, I picked the challenging course, no doubt.
Yeah, you did, but you're playing phenomenally.
Well, thanks, man. I mean,
your irons are fire.
We all know it doesn't happen every day.
I picked the wrong day for a rematch.
That's funny. That's going to go right.
All right.
I just didn't release, and I felt it. And
Stay safe there. Okay, fine. No problem. Now, I've seen you chip these in, so I don't think birdie's out of the question yet. I've watched you do this, so this is right in your wheelhouse here. 131. Now, do you think that the uphill made an impact to the ball flight at all?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you think that the uphill changed the flight, how far you hit it, or did you not connect with that one?
No, yeah, I just didn't. That was a bad strike. I left the face open, and whenever I leave the face open, my ball goes much shorter, and if I close it down, it goes farther. I mean, I think that's pretty common for everybody. Absolutely.
So like that, I hit that full wedge for me is 130. It flew 120. So the uphill definitely played some part. I find that to be so crazy. I don't know about you, but this is it's insane. We're playing on computers. These are advanced computer games. And I find it crazy that it's able to understand that uphill, that amount of uphill would change the ball flight by X amount. It just kind of blows my mind.
I agree. 82 feet. Excuse me if you hear my kids, whatever they're doing. Nope, it's got to stop though.
Stop. No excuse needed, man. That's what we're all about.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just wanted to, if you're hearing crazy noises, that's my kids having fun since they're off school until April 6th.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, that can make such a impact on so many families. I think, I feel pretty fortunate working from home and having a company that supports me. You being, in charge of your company, how hard is it to deal with employees and trying to manage everybody, get them all? I mean, you're probably having to scramble them around, make sure everybody's being safe, trying to forecast what your business revenue is going to look like. How much of a challenge has that been for you?
We're just now feeling all that since it all kind of started at the end of last week.
Right.
We definitely sat with our directors and started thinking ahead now. And we're going to take case by case scenarios. We already had some people ask about, hey, I don't have people to watch my kids. It's the school year. My parents are on vacation or whatever it may be. Like, what do I do? And, what you do is you work with them the best you can. And,
Yep.
You be as compassionate as you can. But at the same time, you don't forget that you have to run your business, because if the business is not there, nobody's, going to put food on the table. So
Yeah, it sounds like a delicate balance.
Yeah, you just and you mitigate the situation the best you can. It's not easy, but
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a challenge. Get in. Go. Oh, yes.
all right.
Nice. And the celly. Look at him.
I finally made one.
Very good. Is that another birdie?
I don't think so, because I was over on the right. Wasn't I 4 under before?
Yes, you were. Good par save, man. Great par save.
Jeez, that's hilarious.
And we're back live. We had some technical difficulties midstream, but here we are live, playing in Utah, but you're in Michigan. I'm in New York, from our houses. This is pretty insane.
It really is. It's awesome is what it is. I think it's fantastic.
Definitely.
Well, that was a little high on the face, but
All right.
I think it's
A little bit
okay.
left. Oh, yeah, you'll be fine there. So for anybody that's interested in doing exactly what we're doing, there's a link here, Mevo Plus. Take a look at it. Free shipping, no taxes, lowest price on the internet that I've found so far. You can get it shipped directly to you, and next week, you and I could be playing live on Facebook. I think that's pretty awesome. It comes with an E6 demo, a few courses. By the time you play those few courses, you're going to be begging for the additional courses. So it's not going to last you long, but there's a whole community of players on Discord. Discord is a gamer's chat, essentially, if you're not familiar with Discord. And there's a whole bunch of people. We just kind of ping each other and see if we want to play, right? So there's a whole bunch of people who do this. It's kind of a surprisingly large community, I found. And you could be doing this in a couple weeks. You could be playing with us right here. So think about it. If you're wishing you were swinging the club right now, getting in mid-season form before your buddies can, make it happen with the Mevo Plus. Or a True Golf Simulator. I have no affiliation with either one. So I love True Golf. I love that, oh boy, I love everything integrates together. I've had a great experience with them. So I really enjoy True Golf as well. I just know the price point to get in with the Mevo Plus is significantly lower than with a True Golf Simulator.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a game changer to the, ability to have a sim at your house. You can have it all with big screens, or you can hit into a net and look at your iPhone. I mean, it's still going to play the same as long as your environment's set up right. That is one thing I keep telling people is, make sure your environment's at least acceptable for the launch monitor.
Now, what do you mean by environment?
Well, I had a few people send me pictures saying, I'm having troubles. Do I have this set up right? And I mean, they had huge gaps in the floor between like the Mevo and the ball. And there was, obviously it can be fluorescent lighting and other things. You have to know your device, and you have to know the environment it needs to be in. I'm not saying you have to build something high end, but you could have something that's affecting it, and you got to pay attention to that. Don't just blame it for not working.
Right. That's a really good.
I keep hitting these fat shots. They're going to kill me. I'm coming up short every time.
So the environment, it sounds like you need to have a space that is properly lit. It needs to be all one level floor. and there needs to be enough space in front of and behind the ball for the radar to be placed and for the ball to carry. It sounds like there's a special kind of lighting what kind of lighting would be the right kind of lighting?
Well, I'll give you the little, 5 cent, tour or whatever. But
Okay.
basically, in my opinion, about 20 feet of space, because you need 7 feet behind the ball. And like I said, a minimum of 8, but preferred 10 feet of ball flight. So from tee to screen or to the net, whatever you're playing in.
Yep.
And then you're not supposed to have any metal objects near the Mevo or real close to the read area, large metal objects, because that could affect the radar. And then lighting doesn't really matter, other than fluorescent lighting can mess with radar.
Okay.
And, from there, it's pretty standard other than that. I tell everybody, though, play with a nice ball. Don't play with garbage balls. It does make a difference.
So that's an interesting point between Mevo, HD Golf, and True Golf. I'm literally playing with Noodle.
And I don't know Noodle. What is Noodle?
Noodle is like a really cheap. Their slogan is, it is long and soft.
Long and soft. Now that's funny.
That's their slogan. Now it's probably, I think for 24 golf balls, it's probably $24 or less. Now the reason why I play with them, because I don't care if I chew them up, and my irons absolutely shred golf balls. It doesn't matter what kind they are.
Well, I guess on your sim, it makes sense because your sim doesn't actually read the ball as much as it does like the club and impact, right?
Right. So that's a fair point. The True Golf is very different from the Mevo Plus in the sense that it only utilizes optical sensors in the ground where I'm putting the golf ball now. There's 3 rows of optical sensors, and it uses microphones strategically placed within the enclosure to calculate the ball flight when it impacts the screen. But the Mevo requires the ball flight to be a certain way and may be impacted by what type of ball you use.
Oh, totally. It's legitly following the ball, and it's reading the ball spinning. I mean, it has a visual of the ball. So, I mean, if you're playing balls that are going to be going slower or spinning less, whatever it may be, it's going to affect it. I mean, flat out. And HD Golf's the same way. HD Golf has 4 different cameras that are actually reading the ball itself. So if the ball isn't doing as much as what it's capable of, what do you think the results are going to be, right?
Absolutely. That's a really, really good point. And something else to consider as you're playing. I mean, if you typically play Pro V1 and you want to just have a net set up in your garage, in your living room, or wherever it is, you'll be able to play the same ball you play with.
Yep.
Man, great shot.
I'm not hitting them real far, but I'll tell you what, if they're in the fairway, I'm taking them every time. I have no
Absolutely, man. Never belittle a ball down the middle. Or
look how much farther you are out there than I am. I honestly think though, and I'm not saying that I should be hitting it farther, and I'm not saying that you don't hit it farther than I do, but I truly am wondering if your ball's going a little farther because of the elevation, and Mevo does not do that.
It's a good question. It's something maybe we should pose to True Golf.
Well, yeah, exactly. E6 and or the Flightscope guys, because sometimes E6 diverts back to the launch monitor company because they just put the API out there. They can tie it in any way you want.
And by API, you just mean the interface in which the softwares interact with each other.
Exactly what it is. It takes all the data points and connects it to the software. So, I mean, you could build, if you wanted to, I'm sure you have to pay for a license or whatever else, but if you had some weird camera system you came up with, you could take it and send that to the API of E6, and there you go.
And away you go. Great shot. Look at this. All over it. Noses irons. Absolutely filthy. Your irons have been so good. It's like sad. I'm sad how good your irons are because I'm getting absolutely smoked and I'm not playing bad.
You're just getting smoked.
So
is it a 2-stroke difference?
No. Yeah. Okay. So 2 strokes, but it feels like you're playing so much better than me. But man, I'd rather play you at your best than any other time.
Well,
and you are.
I love a
You're
challenge.
great.
I mean, trust me. I mean, Bay Hill took. I mean, that took a bite out of me for sure.
Oh boy, I almost missed that. You probably heard it.
Yeah, well, you can tell it. It took. Look at this though. You're on the green.
That's good if it stays there.
Yeah.
Whew, that was not a good swing.
It's a great miss.
It was a good miss. That's true. Okay, bad swing.
Hey, you gotta remember, I'm a 12 handicap, only 2 years into getting back into golf. I take every good miss. I'm in. You know, I don't care how it gets there. What did someone tell me last year? They said, listen, the numbers will always be the same on the card, regardless how you got them there.
You can't tell a story on a scorecard. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was a good putt.
Thanks. The putter cooled down once I said it was hot. It doesn't like when I talk about it. You know? You get a little nervous.
Hey, you just said it a second ago. You do have microphones in your simulator.
Oh, you know what? We figured it out. We have figured it out. I've got, what do we got? 3 holes left to play, 16, 17, 18, and I'm 2 strokes back. This is it. I mean, the PGA Tour is off, but I would say that we're pretty much the next best thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, are we all saying prayers Augusta's going to happen?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody is saying prayers that it happens.
Oh, all I wanted to do is stay away from that water and not, slice it. I'm in. I'm good. I don't care. Go in the bunker. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. That's not a bad leave. So I see a friend of mine who just had knee surgery here not long ago. Mike Capel has joined. Mike, thanks for watching. I hope you're getting better, man. And now Mike lives in Pinehurst.
Oh, you're kidding.
And he's played Pinehurst. And I think, Jay, that you and I would get our butts kicked if we played Mike over here. Because he is, I think he's sneaky good. And he's going to use, I feel like he's going to use this injury to maybe get a few dollars off of people once he's back to 100%.
You know, it's funny. My dad was a huge golfer, and he won a Pro-Am out there and has the putter boy, like it's probably like 2 feet tall. It's made out of like copper or something crazy because he won a Pro-Am back in like the 80s. It's really cool.
That's amazing.
Really cool. Yeah, see, I mean, you're set up so much better than me here. I mean, all I had to do is clear that bunker because I don't think I can hit my 3 hybrid here. I think it's gonna penalize me, don't you think? Because here's the thing that I can't figure out on E6. Generally, you and I outside would be standing on an incline, and we could get a decent amount of club up. But if I hit this right now, the trajectory I feel like is a little more straight on. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Is it reading us as a flat square lie, or does it take the angle of stance into account?
Do you think I should just hit my 3 hybrid and pray?
I think you give it a shot, and then we give you a mulligan if it doesn't work out.
Oh, sweet. That's fair. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just to show everybody what we can do here. I don't know.
Definitely.
Oh no, it came off okay.
Yeah, it sure did.
I'll take that.
Yeah, great shot. Very nice. And there you are, 117 yards. You're going to stick it to 15 feet or less. So if you're just now joining us, I know we had a little technical hiccup midstream, but we're playing 15-foot gimmies on True Golf E6 Connect. Jay is playing on Flightscope Mevo Plus, and I'm playing on a True Golf simulator. Jay is in a different state than I am, and we're able to compete against each other online using the power of E6 Connect. It's pretty awesome. Also with Mevo Plus and Flightscope. So, Jay, I got to tell you, with this kind of me being back 2 strokes, I'm going for it, man.
All right, that's what I like to hear. You got to. That's how we play, unless we're in a tournament or whatever else. You just got to go for it.
Well, that was a stupid decision.
That stinks.
Yep.
What I'm doing right now is I'm moving my phone because I was smart enough to think about that low battery situation we were talking about, and I don't have a cord next to that mount. I think you're still gonna be able to see me pretty well as long as it stays up. I'm like balancing it on a. Let's see if I can get this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use something else.
Okay. Yeah, take your time here. So let me just go into the comments section and see what we got.
Oh yeah, I
going
did
on.
see I think I saw a comment about XI. I'd be really interested to see what that guy was saying. I think it was Victor about XI.
So X3, he says, I think Mevo Plus reads the ball as good as X3. It just won't show the club data. If it did, no one would buy the X3. So that's a really good point.
But so I didn't want to necessarily touch on that point. I'm obviously an advocate of what I own, but I'll be honest with you. I'm skeptical right now is if Flightscope is holding that back because they don't want to devalue the X3. I don't know. This data is so close, and
Right.
I have HD Golf to put it next to. I think this sucker could give you a very close, even if it's not reading the path and the face. I mean, the data is so close. I really think they could show it.
Now, I'm one of those guys who thinks, like, you can get cameras and pictures and watch your swing and do everything else. And if the result on the screen is good and you're feeling pretty good.
Oh, what did I do there?
Oh, I don't know. For the average golfer, I feel like you could get analysis paralysis by having too many data points. Now, I'm an engineer, so I love data, but too much data could be a bad thing. I mean, it can be a bad thing. It can steer you falsely in the wrong direction if you're not looking at it correctly. So I kind of feel like
that's the facts. And so I proceed with caution in my simulator. All that data, unless you understand what you're doing to cause that data and you know your swing, you could hurt yourself real fast, I think.
Yep, I totally agree. If you're feeling good, you're swinging good for the typical weekend golfer. You know, the Mevo Plus is more than powerful enough to give you the information you need to see if you're playing better or not.
Well, here's the facts of life. Your iPhone is enough, because I'll give a little shout out to Michael Breed and Greg Ducharme, the guys that are in New York. You're part of the woods. They're out at Trump Ferry Point. I took a lesson with Greg Ducharme, and first off, the guy's a class act. He works under Michael Breed at the Michael Breed Academy. But he said, send me some videos after you're back and you're playing. And he can look at my swing and tell me, based on our lesson, what's going on.
Just from an iPhone.
Just from an iPhone. Oh.
Get up there. Oh, yeah. It checked up there.
Yeah. I kind of felt that, too. I knew. I was like, man. But, you know, these guys are so good. You can get an iPhone, and they'll tell you to either do it behind or facing or both or whatever, and send it to them, and you tell them, hey, why do my balls keep going to the left? Why do my balls keep going to the right? And they'll say, hey, you're dropping this, or why are your hands so close? Push those hands away, or you know. So don't you know, be the PGA professional you're not in those cases, in my opinion. You know, lean on the guys that are experts.
Exactly. I forgot to switch the camera back over to see my chip, but it ended up 15 feet and a few inches, so I'm still putting.
Man, I need to make this.
You got to make it. Well, that looks like a good putt. Okay.
Yeah.
So you felt that.
Uphill 4 inches. I should have hit it harder. I think that's a bogey, isn't it?
Yeah, and I have to make this for a bogey, I think.
I think that's a bogey.
It was a bogey, but if I make this might be for par. I've got to make this.
That hole just really was a challenge for us.
I closed the club face, blew it by. Oh,
you're okay. That's a one. Yeah, you're one putt.
Yep. So we'll be okay there, but definitely I should have capitalized on that one.
Yeah, that was your opportunity.
That was it. That was the opportunity. Now we're going down. We got 2 holes to play. You're up 2 strokes.
Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do here? 50 feet downhill. I mean, I feel like this is like mathematical golf. And I'm just gonna throw it out there now. I'm not a mathematician. No, that's not my wheelhouse.
So I feel like this is gonna be a 7-iron. maybe an 8.
What to do? But there's trouble into the left there.
Definitely. That looks like a good shot.
Nope. See?
Oh. Now, what'd you hit there?
I hit a light 7.
All right. So you think a full 7 would have got you there?
I think I hit it a little fat.
Okay. So Victor commented, and I briefly flashed on the screen, but not for long enough, that he talked to the Flightscope rep, and kind of what you were saying is exactly the case. If they were to kind of tell everybody who had bought the X3 in the past about the power and capability of the Mevo Plus, there would be some pretty disgruntled customers, and I could see why.
Yeah. So they just have to be careful there. But here's the deal. The X3 has some incredible features like environmental, and like the camera on board is actually used for like putting and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I think that those
Now, is the
people that are
X3 indoor and outdoor?
Oh yeah. But I think that I don't know if it's indoor is even as good as the Mevo Plus. I'm not positive, but
Yeah, it seems like those systems that go indoors and outdoors, people have some trouble.
well, this is capable outdoor. That's why the Mevo Plus has some value there. Is supposedly it's really supposed to shine outdoor because it's radar.
Right.
Look at this putt.
Oof, just a little short.
That had a chance.
It did have a chance. Just a little harder, and we would have been there, but that's okay. I'll take the par after last hole. You got to take what you can get here. We're going to be going down into the last hole, I think. Non-read there?
Have I ever had a misread on the Mevo Plus? So that was extremely weird. Let me make sure.
Everything good?
I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't ready. I went too fast.
Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe.
Now I'm dead
serious. I've never had a ball not read.
Okay.
Of course, that wasn't as good of a chip. This is odd. I don't think something's right here.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Either my
maybe hit one higher into the screen or something, or
no issue on my computer, or I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
I mean, we're not hiding anything here. This is real life simulated golf, right? So this is a good point to bring up. So many people find that you spend 40, 50, 60K on a simulator, you will never have an issue. It's completely turnkey. You'll never have to do any troubleshooting. And that's simply not the case, right? These are computer games with multiple different inputs, several different software interfaces working together to simulate outside golf, right? So as good as it can possibly be, it's still built by humans. And so this is real life. I mean, we go through these things, and I know people who work on their golf simulators more than they play on them. So that's certainly not the case with the Mevo Plus, and definitely not with True Flight either. But it's not perfect by any means.
Yeah, that was really odd, though, right?
Yeah, I've never seen you have a misread either. And there it goes, right? So now, what did you do to get it? Great chip, by the way.
I'm thinking that either one of my devices messed with the Wi-Fi or something. My computer maybe put the Wi-Fi to sleep because it was so long, and I haven't touched my computer yet since we played.
Right.
So I might have to go into my power settings or something to make sure my Wi-Fi doesn't go to sleep or something.
Okay.
Because that's what I feel like almost happened there. The Mevo just lost Wi-Fi for a second, but someone else mentioned it in one of the comments. It's possible that could even be a firmware. Oh geez, look at this. It wants you. It just wants you to mess up here.
Yeah. Now I heard you gasp there briefly. Now, I don't want to bring up that your miss has been left and that you're up by 2 shots.
Well,
I wouldn't.
You do have a live stream of my computer. You did notice I aimed right.
Ah, that's a fair point. Fair point. Oh, of course you crushed it. Of course you did. Of course you hit it
I wouldn't say
on the center stripe.
crushed it, but that's a good drive for me. When it total.
That's a great drive for anybody. Great shot. 271, the best of the day, finishing up 2 strokes ahead. Ah, man, I was really hoping that maybe I could get in your head a little bit there. It didn't work. It didn't pay off. So now I'm probably in my own head. This could have backfired, Jay.
I don't think so. Wow.
All right, there we go.
I mean, holy crap.
Into the flat. Into the flat there.
I like your approach better than mine over the water.
I agree with you on that, but I've got a lot of work to do to get those 2 strokes back. And the way you're playing today, I do not have any kind of confidence that this is going to be a bad shot. I expect probably a birdie.
197. I'll tell you what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to try to draw this just a little bit because that way I'm not at least flying over the water.
Right. That makes sense.
Just a tad fat.
Uh-oh. All right, you're fine there. Yeah, that's no problem. No problem. You can probably chip that in.
Yeah.
So I have to get a birdie here just to even have a chance, any kind of chance, and I don't think it's a good one. But just to keep it a 1-stroke difference here, I'm going to have to get a birdie. So we're 136 yards. If you're watching right now, it looks like there's 5 people watching. Thanks for watching. Let us know, what do you hit from 136? This is a particularly tough distance for me. It's in between clubs, and we're uphill 2 feet. I'm going to club up, but this may be a mistake because I think that playing at altitude, it kind of impacts, at least on the True Golf Simulator, the ball carry. So I've clubbed up, Jay. I've got the 9-iron, and I'm going to swing soft and hit a little baby fader in there. I have to make this to tie you.
You can do it.
Nope, it's straight, and I think I'm joining you in the bunker.
That was a good ball still.
Thank you. But I kind of sawed off the swing there a little bit, trying to slide it down. I didn't hit the green, didn't get the simulated spin, and I'm actually out and in the rough, so I am still up. That isn't what I wanted to happen on the last hole. I was hoping I could drain one there.
Hey, we did. I think both of us officially, and with some tough holes there at the end, we both stayed away from the water the whole time.
That's a good point, and that's hard to do because I know for
me. For me, it's very hard to do.
What did we shoot that one day? We were in the 90s. I think you shot an 89, and I shot a 93.
It was a rough day.
That was a rough one. All right, 29 feet.
Look at this. Look at this.
No, give me some love. No love from the simulated golf gods.
The microphones were listening.
They weren't. You know what? I was talking too much trash. I got to tone it down. Keep the humble to a level 5.
I will say, TGC 2019. It's really funny. The commentators are funny.
Are they?
It's yeah. I mean, if you go to chip up on the green and it rolls off, they're like, the green is where you want to be. I mean,
so it's like the game, right? It's like Xbox or PlayStation.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, the first comparison video I did, or I did 1 or 2 of them. It's pretty damn close. I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah. 26 feet. This is a tough shot because I can't really bump and run it.
That looks really good.
Is it doing it again?
Yeah, it seems like it is. Maybe just where it's hitting on the screen or something, it's not liking it.
I don't know. I feel like it's almost I don't know, because last time I just reconnected or something, unless that's not the issue.
Right. Who knows?
Yeah, because I mean, you can chip so low on this thing. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just like we said with a live video, I mean, this is real life, right?
That's exactly it.
Try it again. Nope.
No read on that one either.
Nope. I'm gonna power. Oh, you want to know why? I know 100% why. It's not.
Why is that?
Yeah, it's not armed. So if it's not reading red down here, then that means that it's not ready for the shot.
Okay.
But that may be something that I need to read. And you got to remember, I'm on beta firmware. So, anybody watching, just understand that this is unreleased. I don't know if there's even anybody else out there with the beta.
Okay.
So, I'm going to have to report this back to them and just tell them,
Look, you can share with them the video. Tell them, hey, this is what happened. They'll be able to see it live and watch it right with us.
That's a very good point. And they also connect to my system and pull the data from this
awesome.
round. Yeah, that's
very good.
I mean, that just shows. I mean, they do have some amazing customer support. Right on 8. How funny is it though? Like the last 2 holes, we got a couple little technical.
We did, and we had a live stream technical thing going on midway through, so we had to reconnect. That took a minute, but you know what? We've made it through. This is our first time ever doing this.
Yeah, I mean, you did an awesome job setting all that up. All right, here we go.
There it is. Get in. Did you hit it?
I hit the hole, but it rolled that much farther past. I hit it too hard.
Uh-oh. So you've got a putt coming up now. You're outside of the friend zone here.
Yeah, it's doing it to me.
All right. So I might get within 1 stroke, maybe, unless you drain this. But I think you're going to drain it. I hope you make it because you've played better than I have. You've played fast. You've played awesome, man. It's been great.
Thanks. Thank you. You played great, too.
Now, is it just going to take a second to catch up?
We'll see. I don't think so. It is armed. Right. It is armed right now, though, so maybe I just didn't hit it hard enough. That's one of the things that they're working on. The putting has been, much better with this beta, but if you don't hit it hard enough, it doesn't catch it every time. And so, I'm worried because it's downhill and it's 15 feet, so I'm not hitting it that hard. And now watch, I'm going to hit this one a little bit harder.
Okay. There it goes. It picked it up. So you drained it. Of course you did. Oh man, great putt. So,
but see how it did that though. But if I would have missed the hole, if that wouldn't have been a good putt, it would have probably blown by 10 feet. And they're working on that. Those short, anything 10 to 15 feet. I mean, is kind of tough right now. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I was sinking 5-footers on a video, no problem. But yeah, it's work in progress.
So you want to hop back on here? A couple closing remarks here. I see your screen. So is your phone charged up enough?
Yep.
Cool. So where you at there? I don't see your face.
Oh, sorry. You want me to?
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
There you are. Sorry, specific. So Jay shot a 67. Perfect, man. Jay shot a 67. I got my butt whooped with a 69. I mean, played awesome. Thanks so much for joining. Mevo Plus, we had a couple of hiccups. We had a live stream issue. We worked through it all on our first ever player to player, bringing you into the broadcast. I mean, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Awesome setup. If people are
thanks for setting it all up. I mean, this is very impressive that you got everything to work together like this.
I appreciate that. Yeah, cool. So we'll do it again. Thanks so much. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll do this again on a different course, and maybe we'll even have a broadcast that lasts the entire time without breaking up halfway through. but we did pretty good. Jay won the rematch. So now we're 1-1. That means
Yeah.
I feel like we have like a championship coming up.
Hey, pick the course.
All right, awesome. Look, the confidence is just like bleeding out. And honestly, normally we do our fantasy golf predictions, right? And I don't have any fantasy golf predictions. I mean, there's nothing I can do about this situation. So I think more golf is on the way. That's what I hear. More cowboys, more
let's do
cowbell.
it. It's
more golf.
fun, you know?
Awesome. Cool, man. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Click the link before if you're interested in the Mevo Plus. It's a sweet little setup. And, yeah, cool. We'll be playing you guys in a couple weeks if you get it. So, awesome. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.
Thanks. Take care.
Later, man.